Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 5 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to finish this part. Now we're gonna continue by adding the island. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to level 1. And then from here, we're gonna create the island. So let's go to architecture. And then click around here, model in place, drop down, and then here, generic model. I'm just gonna press OK, and you can even put or rename it as island, but for me, I'm just going to use that name right now. And then after that, we're going to create and then click on extrusion, and then here rectangle. In terms of extrusion, I'm going to put it at 900 and then from 0, so it will be set on the level 1. So if you even wants to see it, you can show it, and this is on level 1. So that's how you determine where you set it. In terms of material, we're going to put a material right here, and then we're going to put it as a wood material, and I'm just gonna choose one of this and then click apply and then OK, and then now we can start adding our we're gonna use rectangle, and then we're gonna start adding our kitchen island. I'm just going to add it like that, and then this will be around 1500 is good enough for me, and then around 3200 so that we have enough space for this one. After that, once you're happy with your width and depth, you can click on finish, and then let's look at it at 3D, and then here it's just a box like that, same height as the top right here. We're still gonna add a top again, but right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add in the kick plate here. So here what we're gonna do is we're going to click on create again, and then click on void, drop down, and then here we're gonna click on void sweep. We're gonna pick the path, which is what we're doing right now, picking the path around here. If you don't want to, well, we don't need to, because we don't need to add the ones near the wall or beside the wall, because it's not going to be visible anyway. So once you're happy with that, click on the finish, and then click on modify again to show this, and then click on edit profile, and then here this is where we're going to add the rectangle again, similar to the kick plate. So I want it to be 100, and then here for the depth around 50 is good enough, and then click finish, and then go back here and then click finish. If you want to see it, now you need to click on cut geometry, and then there is your kick plate there. Now you need to click on finish. Oh no, sorry, before you click finish, we could also add in the top. So now I'm gonna add the top. So click on create, click on extrusion. Now you need to select this extrusion, or we need to set this. So we're gonna force it, we're gonna manually set it to the location. So now we're gonna pick a plane, press OK, and then select this faced. And then here we're going to change this to 25 because that's the thickness that we want for our top. And then here we're going to change this to the stone again. So we're going to use field stone. I believe that's the one that we use right here. So replace, and then same thing, click apply, and then OK. Now we need to set it at the top right here. It will be just the same width and depth, and then click on finish. And then once we see it right there, it will be just at the top there. So now we could just click on finish to finish that part. We need to load the range hood and then the cooktop. So now let's go back to level 1 because that's where we're gonna add that. Go to insert, load family, and then we need to be on the specialty equipment, which we are, but I want to show everybody where it is. So it's specialty equipment, domestic, and then mid-range, and probably we could choose one of this cooktop. It depends on what you want to add. I'm just going to add this electric or this cooktop gas. It looks much better with the grill. And then here type in CM, and then the cooktop is showing. I'm gonna put it on the edge a little bit in the middle, and then I'm just going to manually add it there. I don't want the label again, so I'm going to select that, edit type, and then uncheck this show label, press OK. Now we're going to load in the range hood. So here click on this again, and then I believe the range hood is at the back here, which is in the high end. And then after that, I believe the one for the island range hood. Click on open, and then CM again, and then here we just need to place the vent below here. So once it's placed there, we need to change the elevation of that. But before that, I want to select that and then remove the label because it's distracting us. And then here we already set up one of the section. This is section number 1. You can double click, but we already have it. Here we can see that there is a silhouette of the range hood, so you can just select that, and then you could use your arrow key to move it upwards. So I'm just gonna use this to move it above. So I'm just gonna pull it up like so, like that, and I'm happy with how it looks. So that's looking good. If you notice, it's not showing all the grills. That's because we need to be in the fine detail so that this will show. And even for the doorknobs, it was in medium first, it's not showing, but you need to be in fine in order to show all the details. Usually manufacturer hides those so that it doesn't become too much for the computer graphics. It will load faster and everything like that. So that's why they do this. So now what we could do is we could load in the dining area and then the living area. So now let's go and click on load, go back to the main, and then click on furniture. Here we could click on table. For the table, I want to add a rectangular table. This one will be good. I'm gonna click on open and then CM, and then I could place it here for now. And then here, this is bothering me, so we can actually just delete this now. If we need it, we could add one again, but it looks like we don't need it at the moment. So we could just delete that. And then here, you can select this dining, and then as you can see, there's a lot of preloaded dimensions or sizes. Let's try this one. It's still looking too small for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to edit. I'm going to duplicate this, and this I'm gonna call it dining table, so that I know that this is the one that I'm gonna edit. In terms of width, I'm going to change this to around 1200, and then the length, I'm gonna put it at 2000. So that's how easy to change or to create another table if you have a good family or block, because sometimes some of the blocks it's hard to change it. You need to actually change it here in to edit family, and you will need to do everything. So here I'm just still gonna change it. I want the length now to be around 2500. I think we could do better in terms of the length, and this one it's a lot better. So I'm happy with this. And then now we can add in our chairs. So we need to go back here, go to seating, and then we need to add this one. Click on open, and then CM again, and then now we could add on one side first, and then once we add it on this other one side, we could add for the second side, and then use mirror command to be precise. So capitalize on the mirror command, and then here let's load more. Let's add in this one. This will be the bench or the bar height chair. So I'm gonna use this just to show that we have a bar height here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add something, an overhang, so that it doesn't look like that. So here I'm going to select and then select this in order to have an overhang, and then just imagine this is a lot taller. So now if we're in level 1, it will look like this. There's an overhang with the table. So I'm happy with that as well. And then let's add in some seating right here. So let's load on the family again, and then one thing that we're going to add is the Corbeau sofa and Corbeau chair. So I'm gonna load in the Corbeau sofa first, click on open, CM, and then I'm going to add it right there. So I'm gonna add it right here, and then press escape, and then load the chair as well. Click on open, and then CM, and then let's load it right about here. Then obviously we could extend this more. I like to extend this in order for us to have a credenza on this. So I'm just going to put this one around 1200 from this line, which is the C grid. So that is a nice addition, and then this one is around 3000 will be good enough. So 3000, and then I'm just going to add it right here, and then we could just have a bench here, and then I'm going to add a credenza right now. So load here, go back, and then we could add in a storage, and then we have a credenza right here. Click on open, and then CM, and then add in a credenza right there, and that's looking really nice. I want to align it so that it's fixed right here. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to extend this. So here I'm gonna select this edit type. We have just a sofa here. There's only one. I'm just gonna duplicate this. I don't want to ruin the first dimension. So here I'm going to change this dimension to around probably 3000. Let's see how it looks. And then in terms of 3000, I think I'm good with the 3000 length. I think it's good enough length for a coverage. And then here I'm going to edit this again, and then in terms of depth, I think this depth can do better around 800. So that's good, around 800. And then as you can see, we have enough room here to go around. And then here we can just move this one maybe around here. And then here I'm going to edit this the length a little bit. So 2850. I want to add an end table right about here. So that's why I wanted to put in some space there. And then let's click on load, and then go back, and then table, and then we could just add a side or night table, side table. Click on CM, and then add it right about here. And then we could just move it a little bit there so that we have spacing. Click on load. I want to add a coffee table, so we have a coffee table right here, and then click on load again. CM, just add it first, and we could edit again. Select this one. We have, I believe, 3. Let's see the biggest one. We need to click on spacebar to change orientation. And this one, this looks nice on the area, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Then we're just going to add in some lighting here. So click on load, go back to the main, and then go to lighting, architecture, internal, and then let's look for, we're gonna add a table lamp. So we have a table lamp right here. I'm gonna use this. Click on open, and then type in CM. I'm going to add it here for now. I know it's not showing, but if we create a section, we'll be able to see how it looks and how much we're going to change it. So here what I do is I use align AL, select here, and then select the bottom of the table or the table lamp, and then it will automatically go up to the correct elevation. So here you won't be able to guess it's 762. So you really need to know create a section in order for those ones so that you will know. So now we don't need this anymore. We just want to find out how high it is to be added at the top there. So for now, we're gonna finish here and continue on the next video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.